What's up, y'all? It's BWADE. I'm going to give you 6 of my favorite MLB picks for Sunday's lineup, and I'm going to show you the data, the research, and explain to you why I like these picks, right? A lot of people are going to give you picks, and they hit, some miss, whatever, but you never know why they're taking them. I always want to show you guys the data and help you understand the logic behind me wanting to take these picks. I also recommend that you guys bet responsibly and do your own research, right? Because this is gambling. There's nothing guaranteed. These are just the picks that I like, and I'm excited to show you guys why I like them. Look at how we did today. So on our parlay play slip, the 3-man, we hit 2 guys, and then Ellie De La Cruz gave us nothing. And so that one chalked, and then our other slip is still playing right now, so I'm not sure how that one ended up. We also hit a 3-man for almost 8x in VIP, so that was a really solid hit. If you guys want to jump in VIP, there's 2 ways you can get in. You can either use code MLB in the checkout, and you'll get 80% off. It'll cost you $10 for a week of picks. You'll get all of our game picks along with DFS picks, and like speaking of game picks, right, I gave out a 2-leg parlay on the Pacers game tonight. Pacers money line and the over. That cashed for over 2 units. So you'll get all of those additional DFS picks. The other option to sign up is you can just sign up on one of the apps I'm going to tell you about in this video. You sign up, you use my code, you make a deposit, $5, $100, whatever you want, and then you send me a screenshot on Instagram and I'll hook you up with that free week of VIP. Whichever one you choose. I also did the video today to give away the signed Anthony Edwards jersey for this month. We do an autographed jersey giveaway every single month on this channel, just to say thank you to you guys. Zach Page 4033, you won that signed Anthony Edwards jersey, so if that's you, make sure to DM me on Instagram and I'll verify that it's you and get that shipped out to you immediately. For the month of June, we are giving away a signed SGA jersey. This thing's authentic, it's stitched, it is authenticated. So if you want to be entered to win that at the end of June, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. It's that simple. It'll be the 8th jersey we give away, and I'm excited for it. All right, guys, let's get into these picks. So this is going to be a 4-man entry focusing just on the World Series rematch, the Yankees and the Dodgers. There's already been a ton of runs scored in this series. You look at the first game, it was 5-8. Second game was 18-2. And so we're going to put this in on Dabble. Dabble is great because they don't decrease your payout for correlated plays, right? And I can explain that a little bit later, but I'm just going to walk through these for us. We're going to take Will Smith over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's gone over this in 4 straight. 6 out of the last 7 he's gone over this. I mean, you look at his last 10 games and he's averaging over 3 hits, runs, and RBIs. He has not faced Ryan Yarbrough, so we don't have anything there, but he's batting .444 against lefties, y'all. He is absolutely crushing lefties this year, batting almost 500. So really like this one. And head-to-head, there's not a whole lot there. Most of this was the World Series last year, and he didn't do much in that. But this year, in the series that they're playing, he had 4 hits, runs, and RBIs in the first game, and then 5 in this one on Saturday. So that's going to be our first pick. Sticking with the Dodgers, and what we're doing here, I'll explain it to you later. Taking Freddie Freeman over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's hit this in 3 straight games, 5 out of the last 6. When we look at him, he's 0 for 5 against Yarbrough, actually. But against lefties, he's still batting .306. 2 bombs. He has absolutely dominated the Yankees. If you remember back to the World Series last year, hitting a home run in the first 4 games, I think it was. Yeah, a home run in the first 4 games. So he's, dominating the Yankees. He's going over this consistently and getting this at 1.5. Love that value. And then we're taking Shohei. When we look at Shohei, he's 4 for 10 against Yarbrough with the home run. He's batting .329 against lefties. He's hit this in 5 out of his last 6 games. And the thing is with these Dodgers players, they are all batting between the 1 and the 4 spot in the lineup, right? So they are all stacked right near each other. And so when one of them gets a hit and gets on base, right, Shohei gets on base. And then say Will Smith gets a hit, and now he's on base. And then Freddie Freeman comes up and gets a hit, and he knocks both of them home. Then Shohei already has a hit and a run. Will Smith already has a hit and a run. And then Freddie has a hit and 2 RBIs. And literally in that one stretch of them getting hot, all of them cover this. And so taking 3 players that are all close in the lineup for hits, runs, and RBIs, they stack together, and that correlation means that if any of them hit, they all probably hit, which gives us a great odd for this one. And then looking at the other side of the ball, guys, taking Aaron Judge over 1.5 bases. He's hit this in 2/3 of his games this year. When you're getting something at even money, that happens 2/3 of the time. And look, I know Yamamoto's on the mound. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. His ERA is under 2. His whip is under 1. But when we look at Aaron Judge against him, he's 1 for 2. Really small sample size, but at least he's 1 for 2, right? So he hits him. He's still batting .382 against righties. And in general, Aaron Judge is he's crushing the ball this year. He has 3 home runs already in this series in just 2 games. He had the only 2 runs in this game for the Yankees. I think he shows up again here and tries to hold it down for the Yankees. And so we are taking Aaron Judge over 1.5 bases. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 12x for this on Dabble. I love Dabble because they don't decrease your payout when you have correlated plays. So like this one where we have 3 players on the same team, all near each other in the lineup, Dabble doesn't factor that into our payout, and we're still getting 12x. If we put this together on, say, PrizePicks, right, and I'll show you a screenshot, they're only going to give us 9x for that same play, and it's because they decrease your payout for correlated plays because the apps have found out that correlated plays have a higher chance of hitting. So most of them decrease your payout. Dabble does not. So when I stack players together that are in the same lineup, or like in football, stacking together a wide receiver and a quarterback, Dabble's the app to do that on. They also are going to give you $25 for free when you sign up using code BWADE. There is no deposit required to get that sign-up bonus. All you do is sign up using code BWADEPICKS on Dabble, and they will give you a $25 sign-up bonus with no deposit required. Take advantage of that, guys. And then if you do decide to make a deposit after signing up, take a screenshot of that, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll get you that free week of VIP. You can deposit as little as $5. Also, y'all, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you're entered to win that signed SGA jersey when I give it away at the end of the month. NBA Finals are about to start, and I'm excited for this one. OKC looks fucking great. Taking Michael Garcia over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. This dude has been hot lately. When we look, he was on a 14-game hitting streak that just ended today. He was going up against Tariq Skubal, right? A lot of people's hitting streaks end against Tariq Skubal. But he's now going up against Kiter Montero, who is a decent pitcher. But, I mean, his ERA is over 4.5. His whip is coming up on 1.5. So, I like Michael Garcia to get back on track here. It's not even like he's gone off track. He just had 1 game with a 0, and most of the team had 0s. But he's gone over this in 8 out of his last 10. He has been seeing the ball really well lately. So I am locking, and let's just see. Yeah, so he's 1 for 3 against Montero, batting .333. He's batting .327 against righties, which is a little bit better than his overall average. Everything supports this pick. And then I'm pairing that up with Kyle Schwarber over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Dude is a monster this year. He's hit this in 8 out of his last 10 games. When we look head-to-head, he's gone over this in 4 out of his last 5 games against Milwaukee. And in general, I mean, so he has 18 at-bats against Jose Quintana because Quintana used to pitch for the Mets. They're in the same division, so he's faced him a lot. In those 18 at-bats, he's batting .333, so he's 6 for 18 with the home run. He hits him pretty well. And then against lefties, he's batting .299, which is great. And he has 10 home runs and 77 at-bats against lefties. So although only a third of his at-bats are against lefties, more than half of his home runs are against lefties. So he hits a lot of bombs off lefties, and I like him to get off here, especially when you consider he's gone over this in 8 out of his last 10. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3.1x for this on Parlay Play. I've been using Parlay Play a lot lately. They have great payouts. We're getting 3.1x for this. No other app was going to give us this much money or this high of a multiplier for this 2-man. They also have a great sign-up bonus. When you sign up using code BWADE, they are just going to give you $5 for free to play with before you even make a deposit. So you can play with the $5, see if you like it. And then if you do decide you want to use it, they're going to double your first deposit up to $100. So you get a free 5 and you get your first deposit doubled. And if you do decide to make a deposit, take a screenshot, send it to me over on Instagram, and I'll get you that free week of VIP. You guys can tail all our picks, just like this 3-man that I gave out for today, the cash for 8x. This 2-leg parlay on the Pacers, the cash. I want to help you guys join the team. And then make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you're entered to win that signed SGA jersey. Also, if you are the guy who won the signed Anthony Edwards jersey, make sure to reach out to me on Instagram, ZachPage4033. Make sure to reach out to me on Instagram. All right, guys, appreciate you. Let's get some money.